Alright, so it's the morning of the big run. I'm making breakfast right now. And a bunch of eggs. Currently got some oatmeal in the microwave. Great. Want to put a banana in it and some powdered peanut butter. I'm gonna load up on protein because I feel like my muscles are gonna be freaking dying by the end of it. So yeah, I'll see you when I'm ready to get out. Alrighty, I'm back after a hearty breakfast. Got my earbud in. I'll put my Fitbit. Can't really see that, but put my Fitbit on so that I'm ready. I haven't been wearing it all morning because I just want all the steps from this run to just be counted as one. Got on my running pack, full of water, lots of snacks, lots of emergency tools. So yeah, getting ready to set off on what will be one hell of a day. Gonna put on my shoes and then yeah, I'll meet you guys at probably the bottom of South Table, unless something interesting happens on the jog there. Alright, cool. Alrighty, so bit of a quick jog over, but I'm at the trailhead now. I'm listening to anime music. It's gonna be great. This is the first part of the challenge because the sun's kind of out. It's around 8:30, but yep, I gotta get to the top of that, and it's switchbacks all the way to the top. So yeah, this is going to be terribly fun. You might notice I'm walking right now, but that'll soon change when I put all you viewers away. So until the next scenic view, or I'm dying and I need to tell somebody. When you reach the top of the plateau, it's actually just a beautiful meadow. And yeah, it's about 2.5 miles in. I think I'm making good progress. Obviously things are gonna slow down when I finish the first plateau and move on to the second, but I mean, it's hard not to enjoy the gorgeous views that are taking over my eyes right now. It's a bit smoky today. Colorado's been dealing with some smoke from some fires around the country, but overall it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and to be honest, the smoke kind of looks like mist to me. So if you're wondering, yeah, that is Lord of the Rings music, or I guess the Hobbit music playing in the background of this video, because I just know that I'm gonna edit that in because I just feel it, that it's necessary in my bones. So yeah, an update on this gorgeous path that I'll be following. Quick breather before I get back to jogging, but yeah, I'll see you when another fun spot pops up. All right, so I'm about 6 miles in now. I've made it to the far side of the South Table Plateau. Currently doing the loop around the far rim. Weather's still gorgeous. There is a slight breeze, which is very much a blessing on an adventure. So far, I'm not very tired. Probably because I ate like a ton of cookies last night, because I'm just gonna burn it off today anyway. So I'm kind of feeling full of energy at the moment. I'm sure that'll change in another 6 miles, but you never know. Another thing I've noticed is how I'm running and how I'm feeling is like 100% directly related to whatever song I'm listening to. Like when I get that banger tunes in my ear, I'll just start running. I'll just start booking it, and then like a slower song and I'll pace down. So amazingly enough, the music's actually keeping me on track. And it reminds me of a quote I once heard, probably on Reddit, because I'm a basement dweller at heart. You don't get to control a lot of things in life, but you do get to control the soundtrack, so make sure it's a banger. And I love that idea. Just always listen to music you enjoy, because why not? Too much to worry about right now. Just put on some tunes and go for a run, see how far you get. But yeah, that was just on my mind. So I'll probably get back to you when I finish the loop, and then I'll start making my way off the South Table Mountain. So pretty exciting, already pretty far into the day.
Alright, so I just finished the loop at the far end of the plateau. I'm starting to make my way back. It's still beautiful. Still a nice gust of wind. And I'm out here, you know, just thinking, as not much else to do when you're running. And I think that humanity has a warped view as to what an adventure is. An adventure can be anything as long as it has a goal. That's what I think. Like, if you go to another country and you just look around, you sit in a new cafe, you eat a new food, that's just a vacation. An adventure would be, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna travel through 3 whole European countries. I'm gonna try to eat as many different foods as I can. Because you have a goal, you know, that's what an adventure is. And because of that definition, almost anything can be an adventure. Like, you know, to be an adventurer, you don't need to go and travel through the plains of Africa on the back of an elephant. You could just go in your backyard and explore. Try and find a new bug. See if you can catch a mouse or something. I wouldn't recommend that, but adventure is kind of whatever you make it out to be. That's why when I came up with this idea, I was just like, oops, sorry. My goal is to run both North and South Table. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna plan out routes. I'm gonna train for it, which I have been. And I'm gonna put on my vest. That definitely didn't come in the mail yesterday. And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna run. And if you keep that definition of an adventure as just pushing towards a goal, seeking something outside your comfort zone, the world becomes a lot more exciting. I mean, you're not stuck just wondering. You're out there doing. And I think that's fun. So, yeah, that's what a lot of thinking does. It just, it makes you redefine what an adventure is and question all your choices up in life. Still feeling good though. So yeah, I think the next time I'll talk to you is on the Overlook of South Table right before I come down off the mountain. So see you then. Alrighty, so quick update. As you can tell, I'm not out of breath, mostly because I've been walking. That's because I found out there is an adorable little hole in my my backpack ladder. Which I was gonna say, my back feels really refreshing all the time until I realized, oh, that's at the cost of my life energy. So yeah, I gotta take things slow. The hole is towards the top of it, so every time I run and bounce, a little bit of water comes out, which definitely is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Just means I'll have to go a little slower in some places. I already plan to stop for water and refill this thing anyway. I might check if the store has one of these, or I might see if they have like a really cheap water bottle or something I can just toss in the bag to make sure that worst comes to worst, I do have water still. So I'm almost to the Overlook, but I figured I might as well just document all the parts of the adventure, the good and the bad. So still having fun, weather's still great. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, so I've made it to the beautiful Overlook. One of my favorite places in Golden. There's the Coors Factory. Over there's the Colorado School of Mines. Of course, the M on the hill. And there it is, the second half of this journey. So my plan is to follow that road right there, keep going up, and then pass underneath the big road and go over to the neighborhood. And then over on this side, there's a trailhead. So I'll be following that. So unfortunately, the hole in my bag is still there. It's keeping my back nice and refreshed though, so in honesty, I can't quite complain. I'm definitely going to be stopping at the grocery store to grab that extra water bottle. Make sure that I don't dehydrate on the run, because that would be the worst thing to happen. But yeah, still gorgeous. The sky is still quite a bit smoky, but has a nice shade of blue. And to all those who are afraid of heights, hello. Alrighty, cool. So I guess the next step is to just get down off this mountain, take the water break, maybe even a restroom break, who knows. And then we're back on the adventure. Oh yeah, and an update on the mileage, if my Fitbit will tell me. We're about 9.8 miles in, so still feeling surprisingly good. I bet you that's gonna change, but I might as well keep going till it does. So I'll probably see you again, because it's gonna take me a while to get there. I'll see you again when I get to the base of North Table. So yeah, cool. All right, so I'm about halfway between South Table, back that way, and North Table. Slow down to a walking pace. The hole in my water bladder got so much bigger. So the back of my my back is currently soaking wet. So that's terribly fun. But I made the decision it wasn't worth trying to salvage that thing. So that just goes to show what you get when you order the cheapest water bladder on Amazon. So I went to the store, picked up 3 of these, 99 cents each. Just tossed them in the bag where the water bladder used to be. I also picked up a Coke Zero, which was a terrible idea because as I was jogging, I shook it up, and then when I opened it, it exploded all over me. So now I have a nice sticky texture. But yeah, still moving, still doing good. I have more water than I set out with, and yeah, things are looking up. Weather's still gorgeous, still a gentle breeze, and yeah, I'll be back when I'm at the base of the mountain. Alrighty, so I've made it to the base of North Table. It's a gorgeous view, and it's way up there, so forward to. Not much has happened since I refilled the water. I do anticipate on leaving one of the bottles down here in the shade, so that when I'm on my way back, I can just grab it, and it'll make my climb up a little bit easier, and it'll give me water for the rest of the run, because I'm still like several miles from where I started, and that's where I'm ending, so that'll be fun. And if you look over here, there's the Overlook that I was just at. So it really goes to show how much running and traveling I've been doing today. So it's very exciting. I'm almost to the trailhead, and yeah, I'll give you another update when I reach the top. Yeah. And just like that, the world has opened up once again. It's beautiful. I'm on top of the plateau. The camera, look at that. What a heckin' climb that was. See that parking lot down there? That's where I started. So I just checked the watch. I'm about 13 and a half miles in, which is pretty good. I'd say I'm about halfway there. But oh boy, look at this gorgeous plateau I get to explore today. Also, man, that looks like you did a lot of uphill climbing. Oh, splinter. Looks like you did a lot of uphill climbing. Bet you have a good pair of running shoes. False. I have been running in hiking boots. You may be wondering, hey, isn't that stupid heavy? And my answer is kind of. They're heavy, but I figured the last thing I want to do on this adventure is to roll my ankle and just get stuck on the top of a plateau. So I opted for shoes that would provide some extra support on my ankles. That makes sure that I don't roll anything, just ups the safety on this already very stupid process a little bit. But yeah, it's gorgeous. Sun is shining. As soon as I got to the top, the wind picked up, which, oh thank God, because the other side was blocking the wind. So that was a brutal climb, but we're up here now. And yeah, I'm just gonna jog where the wind takes me to whatever song tickles my fancy at the time. So I'll see you at the next point of interest, or when I have a thought-provoking idea that I must share. Howdy! It's a bit windy up here because I'm at the top of Lykans Peak, the highest point in the... It is gorgeous up here. And if you see, there's all of this cool lichen, different colors and varieties, sizes, all around the rock. Now, you're 9th grade biology, sorry for you, but you might remember that lichens is the first organism to return to an area after high intensity burn, given the fact that it doesn't need much to survive, given the fact that it's literally growing on a rock. But Lykans Peak is a beautiful view of all of these cool rock structures, naturally formed over such a long time, and all the rocks are quite broken up. So it definitely looks like some kind of structure or a pattern. Very cool. All you artists out there, I know you'll love that. So yeah, we're making good progress. We are, oh, sorry about that, 23,000 steps in, which is around, yep, 14.7 miles. So making good progress, which is good to see, because if I wasn't, I'd be worried. Still good on water and food. I had a protein bar, and I also had that big hearty breakfast this morning, so I haven't been very hungry. But yeah, big adventures. Damn, it is gorgeous up here though. Definitely recommend that if you get the opportunity to traverse at least one of the plateaus, because they are definitely worth it. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna keep going on the adventure. I'll see you at the next spot. Okay, I'm back. I figured I'd document the occasion. I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache. Nothing like really noticeable, but that just means that I'm probably running low on sugars. So my first indulgence of the run, bag of M&Ms, some quick sugars, then probably hit this granola bar right here in a little bit. This just means that I'm starting to hit the edge of my my carb supply from yesterday and this morning, which isn't a bad thing. It just means I get to be burning some fat, which I know in this day and age we all want to do. But yeah, I figured I'd document the momentous occasion. Unfortunately, I could only get the mini M&Ms. For some reason, the grocery store, they were out of like the normal sized ones, at least the big bags. So I figured they'd serve as like a good treat. Plus, I mean, come on, I've been out here for like, I don't know, 3 hours, 15 miles in. I've earned some M&Ms. So yeah, I'll probably see you again on the far side of the plateau. So yeah, talk to you later. I was just walking and I just had to film this. It's beautiful. Look at this. Fields, rolling meadows. If this area wasn't closed for wildlife preservation, you can bet your ass I'd be frolicking in these things. But unfortunately, we have to preserve the wildlife here, or else it just won't be this gorgeous for other people to enjoy. But if we look back where we come from and where we're going, and it gives me motivation to keep on the adventure. Being honest here, I have slowed down a little bit. I'm starting to feel it in my feet and calves. But I was right about the carb deficiency. Headache is gone. I drank some water, ate the M&M bag. I'm feeling very good. Once I walk for a little bit, maybe my feet will calm down. We'll get back to the running adventure, or else this is just going to be an extra long hike, which wasn't my intention, but you know, gotta listen to what the body tells you every once in a while. Alrighty, I'll see you at the next point of interest. And here we are at the far side. Beautiful view. If we take a look down, that'll give someone who's afraid of heights a bit of a scare. It's a bit smoky, so the view isn't as spectacular as it normally could be, but nevertheless, I will enjoy it. Still feeling good. Had long since the little pit stop at the beautiful fields. And yeah, back on the adventure we go. Just one last view, it's gorgeous. Hey, it's been a little while, but I thought I should point out something cool. that plateau right there, that's the far side of South Table. That's where I was a couple hours ago, which is pretty cool to think about. Also pretty cool to see. It means I made some real progress today. In other news, I'm in a big canyon. Here. Yeah, so look at that. Big transformers, but I think they personally add to the landscape. I don't really know where the trail goes. I just know that it is a loop and I just have to follow it. I gotta say though, the downhill on this part has been lovely and a much welcomed break from all of the flatness and uphill, because for some reason there's no downhill anywhere. You can hear the bugs down there in what normally is a creek. But yeah, all in all, still gorgeous. The wind's still blowing, thankfully. The sky has cleared up a bit, not as much smoke apparently. And yeah, I'm gonna keep moving on, and I'll probably see you when I'm back on top of the plateau. I figured I'd document the occasion. My Fitbit, wonderful device there, has informed me that I've hit the 20-mile mark, which is terribly exciting. But it also, I don't really know where I am. I know that I'm like kind of close to where I started on the getting up here, but yeah, there's a lot of like logistics in getting off this mountain. But I mean, I've done 20 more. I've done 20 miles, so I can do a few more. That's not a big deal. I'm still feeling good. My calves, they feel fine now. My feet are a little bit sore, but I'm definitely glad I chose the hiking boots because they've kept my ankles nice and supported. It's made running a bit awkward, but in the long run, definitely the right choice. I'm glad that I made it. My water is very warm, which I know it hydrates you better, but yeah, it sucks, but that's fine. I planted a water bottle in the shade right near the trailhead, so as long as no friendly neighborhood people have come by and stole it, I'll have some nice, slightly cooler water to look forward to when I get off the mountain. So, I'm gonna keep going on the journey. I'm back on top of the plateau, which is a pretty great feeling, not gonna lie. And yeah, just gotta keep moving. The adventure's not over yet. Talk to you soon. And just like that, I'm back where I started. I stood there for the opening shot of North Table. You can see the lookout over there, and that whole spot way off in the distance over there. That's where I ran around South Table. And yeah, the next step of my journey, well, it's to get down. So I guess I'll see you at the bottom. But still a little bit more adventure left in this day. And if you're curious, it has been 5 hours, and if I can get my watch to work, we're looking at 21 miles. So it's been a pretty long day, not gonna lie. Definitely slowed down at some points, but hey, I'm still doing it, still walking. And yeah, sitting down is gonna feel amazing. All right, I'll see you at the bottom. All right, I made it off the mountain. That was a lot of downhill. Like that. It was very hot. Unfortunately, the mountain is now blocking all of the lovely wind that I was experiencing while I was up on top. I still have a whole full water bottle in the bag, plus a little more in the other one. It's quite warm though, and kind of killing for something cold right now. And that's why underneath this beautiful tree in the parking lot, I planted a water bottle, and hopefully nobody took it and thought it was trash. I'll be very sad, but let's find out. I put it right by the rock near the base of the tree. Oh, nice. It's still there. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Oh, and it appears a Red Bull can has found its way into the fray as well. Might as well take that home and toss it in the recycling. Alrighty. Well, I finished the 2 Plateau run, and now all that's left is basically my victory lap home. I'll probably make one more stop for the vlog along the way there, because I think if you visit Golden, it's a must see if you have the opportunity. And then I'll wrap up my final thoughts back in my house, and then yeah, I'm probably gonna sit in a chair for like 3 hours, because my feet are feeling it. All right, see you in a bit. All right, I made it home. I'm exhausted, my feet hurt a lot, but overall, I feel good. I'm gonna grab a shower, clean up a little bit, because I think I need it, and then I'll come back for my final thoughts on the whole experience. So yeah, see you in a bit. Alrighty, so I'm back. I'm showered, cleaned up a little bit. I dehydrated, my feet hurt, but all in all, I feel fan-freaking-tastic. The final miles was just a little under 25. The final time, it took about 6 hours, so a little bit, pretty long time, but overall, I mean, not bad considering that was my first time ever running that distance, and I was also in hiking boots and cargo pants, and I had to make a stop at Safeway to correct some minor mishaps that occurred along the way, but it was a really fun experience, and yeah, I highly recommend just going out for a run if you're physically capable. It's very fun, helps clear your mind a lot. Yeah, and to those of you, to all of like 30 of you who ever saw this channel, yeah, you can think of this as the return of Anthony Airbender. I'll be back, probably posting random videos. I don't do a lot of editing. I don't want to do a lot of editing. So I'm just going to post really long videos or just fun little things that I think are cool and want to share. So if that sounds like a thing that you're into, just, you can subscribe. And yeah, hit me up on like Twitter. I don't use it, but you could check me out on it. And yeah, so I guess I'll see you all next time in the next video. So whenever and whatever that is.